Hi guys, welcome back to Lauren the Solution Live. If this is your first time tuning in, I sit down with entrepreneurs like you and I. We discuss wins, losses, and the journey of entrepreneurship. Before we do get started, I want to shout out our sponsor, Apex Podcasting Solutions. If you have the desire or a dream to start a podcasting career, start right here in the lovely studio. Apex Podcasting Solutions, your vision is our expertise. On today's episode, I have Tyrese Singleton, professionally known as TeeShotz Photography. Hey, welcome. How you doing?
I'm real good. How are you?
Good. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so let's get into it. TeeShotz Photography. Who is TeeShotz? How you get the name?
Okay, let's kind of start off when I started taking pictures. I started taking pictures in 2019. I originally bought my camera really just to take pictures of myself.
Okay.
And I found out how hard that was, taking a picture and setting a timer and kind of running back and forth. So I started taking pictures of my two best friends. And then people saw the pictures. They're like, I want to take pictures for my birthday. And it kind of just started heading from there.
It went from there.
Yeah.
So how old were you when you first found a love for photography? When did that start? What age?
Art has always been one of my favorite things. I took ceramics and art classes all throughout high school and stuff, but photography, I said 2019, so I was about 20 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where you from? You from what part of Chicago?
I am from the north side. I'm from the suburbs.
North
I'm from the
side.
suburbs, for
Okay,
real.
cool.
Look, Skokie to be exact.
Okay,
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that.
I'll claim my suburbs.
I know that's right. Claim that.
Yeah.
So how did being from the north side of Chicago impact your photography and your artist, you being an artist?
I feel like it kind of put me back not being from Chicago because I had to pretty much meet everybody later in my career when everybody knew everybody from Chicago already. So kind of from kids.
From the people being outside. So what was your biggest inspiration being a photographer?
Biggest inspiration. Whoa.
What gave you, what was something you saw and you I could do this, take it serious? And
Okay, my biggest inspiration was probably when I did my first photo shoot of myself. I had went to kind of see what it felt like being inside of a studio, and I shot with a Chicago photographer. He did a really good job, and for that, I trained a lot. I watched videos. I always watched modeling shows and stuff like that too. So
America's Next Top Model?
yeah, I watched that.
I used to want to be on that show. They told me I had too many tattoos at the time.
Look, you could be a model for sure.
Thank you. Speaking of that, that's how I met you. We was doing Chicago Fashion Week.
Yes.
We was at the cinema, and you were stop. Turn around, walk that way, and walk back. And you just had your camera phone. And when I seen the video, I'm like, dang, you did that.
So I go to a lot of events throughout Chicago, and I make kind of recap videos, and I kind of call them vibe checks. So I just do it with my phone, and I find people whose outfits I looked, or people who I feel really stepped out, or sometimes just people who I know, and I record them. I'll tell them, look, I definitely direct, and then I'll chop it up, make it into something real nice, put some music behind it, make it a vibe.
Yeah, you did that.
Yeah, no, you did that for that fashion show. That outfit was fire.
Thank you.
I saw you from across the room.
I felt like Mallory that day. You watched Beauty in Black.
Yeah.
That's what I was feeling like. Somebody thought I was Mallory.
Too, didn't you?
Yeah. So with that being said, that introduces you to a lot of people that you probably wouldn't know, which is how we met, because networking is very big. So being a photographer, how important is it for you to get out there, put yourself out there and network?
I am outside every single weekend. Every single weekend. Look, we outside today on a Wednesday.
Yeah,
look,
on a Wednesday.
Handling the business, but it's very important. Most of my business comes from word of mouth. So, I like to meet people. I like to show them my personality a little bit so they feel comfortable and stuff like that. Because that's the main thing, really, just getting somebody to remember you.
Yes, and you did that. Because I'm So what was the first thing, the first job that you got paid for as being a photographer?
Ooh, the first job that I ever got paid for, very random. I did a quinceañera.
Really?
Yeah, it was a big job, right off the rip. And I'm not even gonna lie. I think I charged them almost dirt cheap because I didn't know what I was doing. I wanted to get like some experience, and it came out really well. That was like a full day. It was like a wedding right off rip, and that was my first time at a quinceañera also too. So,
exciting.
Yeah, it was exciting.
So for a brand new photographer, right, they want to land a gig like doing someone's quinceañera. What advice do you get to them? Like,
First, definitely start off with the people who you know, like your family and your friends, because even like your grandma's birthday party, just getting some pictures and like a little bit behind you is always gonna be good. But definitely start with the people you know and
to
build.
support you.
Yeah.
So how do you describe your photography style? Because I feel like every photographer, they have like a niche. So how do you describe yours?
I describe mine as almost like lifestyle photography, but I do a lot of like artistic things, and I like to try different things. So all of my pictures are not gonna be exactly the same because everybody is not exactly the same like that. So vibes definitely come into play. Like sometimes I'll just be like, let's try this out during the shoot, and it'll come out how I like it. So look, like I'll say abstract. It changes for sure.
For sure. So what's like your favorite style to shoot?
Style. My favorite is definitely editorial. I like when there's a lot of thought behind it. Usually when you book with me too, I like to figure out what you're kind of looking for. So if it starts getting like a little bit more like some people want more. Some people are just like, I just want a backdrop and something like that. But if they're like, I want to get creative, or you can take creative control with it, then those are my favorite type of photo shoots.
Nice. Yeah. So speaking of creative control, right? So how important is it for you to be able to have that type of creative control when you're doing the shoot? Because your name behind it, so it's like
definitely it means a lot, and I always make suggestions too. And also like with people beginning to, they'll be like, should I bring this? I tell them less is more, because when you just starting, you want pictures of yourself. You need to see what type of angles you like, and I like to give a lot of different like options really. Yeah.
So being a photographer from Chicago, right, we got a lot of big names in the city. So who's like some of the biggest people that you work with? I seen you had Lil Durk on your page.
Yes, I took pictures of Lil Durk at Liquor Lemonade and 2020, I believe. So that was a little bit. But I take a lot of celebrity pictures. I work with Glam Squad called the R Collection, and one of their clients is Judy J. So I do a lot of like bad girls, baddies, and stuff like that.
I just seen you doing a baddies recap. Like, how did you get there? Like, you trying to be one of the bad boys?
So look. So I don't really want to be a bad boy. That was more so like networking, like investment for sure. Yeah. A lot of people were a little shocked when they saw me on there, because I'm not a really like rah-rah type of person at all. But I've been going to a lot of Zeus events and in the room with like their CEOs and their producers and stuff like that. So I'm trying to just get my face familiar, dip my toe in a little water here. Might be some money over here, might be some money over there, but it's definitely getting me familiarized with a lot of the big names and the people who is on TV too. So,
that's nice.
Yeah.
Because to be in those type of rooms, I think it definitely helps when you're coming up and trying to actually build and flourish your brand. So for a new photographer, right, what was the first camera that you bought, or what's the first camera or piece of equipment that you would advise a new photographer to go get?
Okay. The first camera you should get should be something very cheap. The first camera that I got was a Nikon D3200, and I bought it from a friend. So it was about $300, I want to say. So that's pretty. Look, that's pretty cheap on the camera side for sure. But that camera got me through like almost like 3 or 4 years. Like, and I still use that camera till today, because really a camera body is just like I don't know. It's just like the paper, and then you put the lens on, and that make the art. So the lens is really what is going to change the difference between the pictures.
So if you're just starting out and you can't afford a $300 camera, where do you start?
Maybe you can even start with a digital camera too. You're like,
You remember them little digital cameras back in the day?
I have so many cameras. Even a Polaroid camera. Really, like sometimes I'll go out to the event and I have a vintage Polaroid camera. It wasn't expensive or anything like that, but that's something that people could take with them. So like when I come outside with that, people are like going crazy, and I only have like 15. So I'm going to the people who I feel like I really like their outfits and stuff like that. Yeah.
So are you big on fashion?
I love fashion. I love art. I love creativity. I love entrepreneurs. I love what you're doing.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I love what you're doing too, which is why we're here.
Thank you.
So being an entrepreneur, like I know, like, you know, starting anything, it's only as hard as you make it, right? And we definitely make stuff hard for ourselves. I know I have along my journey. But was there ever a moment and you feel like, okay, photography is just not my lane, I want to quit, like I don't think I want to do it no more?
Yes. So it comes and goes because it does get slow sometimes in photography, of course. Like a lot of photographers are locked in on a certain niche. So like wedding photographers, they're going to be pretty much booked. I do a lot of different types of styles. So I'm open for like that. But a time that I felt like I was going to quit, like I really did. Like, I really had set my camera down and I wasn't going to shoot. And my little brother has a clothing brand. And he called me. He's like, I want to do a photo shoot. I'm like, huh? Like this is God telling me. Telling me I cannot put that camera down. I can't.
So what inspired you, like, the most? Like, who really was, like, your inspiration?
One of my biggest inspirations, It probably wouldn't even be a photographer, but look, Lil Uzi Vert, Lil Uzi Vert, because he is himself.
Yes.
Look, he got crazy for a little bit,
He
but
did.
you know, look, that's what comes with a lot of clout and fame. But Lil Uzi, I just like the type of person he is. He don't care.
Yeah. And you kind of got to have that attitude, like, to really be successful. So walk us through the moment, like, of a photo shoot. Like,
Alright.
how do you get in your creative space?
In my creative space, it starts right at the moment. Look, right in the morning. If I have a photo shoot, usually I like to shoot at 1 o'clock. That's when I like to do my first photo shoot of the day. So I'll start probably with a setup, backdrop. If we're going to a location, I'll have to go there early and kind of set up the lights, test it out. And then it will be pretty much getting the model. And from that point, it's like the initial meeting of a model always has to be a little bit extra. I feel like I make sure I greet them well, like, and warm, so that they can feel comfortable with me taking their pictures, really. Like, a photo shoot with someone feeling uncomfortable is going to look very, very awkward.
It's going to look like it.
It is, yeah. You will be able to feel it from the picture. So that's like the main key point of that first interaction. And then we start rolling, and I start taking a couple of pictures, make sure I get things that I like. Then I'll show them, like, I'll make sure that I have something to show them so that they know that they're looking good, something like that.
And they give them a little bit more confidence, like, oh, okay, so I'm in this.
Like, if you watch any of my, like, behind the scenes and stuff, I'm in the back geeking people up. Like I am.
I love that.
Like how when I did your video, I was like, walk, because I know, like, you in your mode, you know you look good, so it shouldn't be any reason why you don't feel good.
Yeah, I like that. So as being a photographer, like, what moment did you realize this ain't no hobby? Like, I can make this a business. I can make money.
Ooh, I feel like that might have been like 2020, because I have not worked like a stable job since 2020. So like I do certain other things like too, but I haven't been able to like keep up with a job, because somebody will call me and be like, let's go to LA. Let's go. And I'm not
missing no opportunities.
I'm not missing no opportunities
That's good.
at all.
So you don't work any other job since 2020. This has been like your business.
Yes.
How has, like, stepping away from a 9-to-5 to working for yourself, how was that transition for you? Because it's scary. Like, as an entrepreneur, we don't know when the next dollar coming, where it's coming from, if it's gonna stop.
Yeah, it was really scary, and it got hard. I had to lean on a couple of people sometimes, of course, but look, I'm blessed that I do have family and friends who can help me out, and look, it was not hard. It was not easy at first, really. like just really believing in myself, and then networking. Like literally, I say I go outside damn near every weekend to network.
Get your name and face out there. So, what makes a great client? Like, what makes a good model or like someone to be a good client?
I have look, I have some favorites. I'm not gonna say anything because people will beat me up. But one of my favorite clients, she comes like she probably sends me 30 inspos a day. Like just like I want to do this. Let's kind of use some of this color. Like she really knows what she wants. So that's like one of the best types of models. Like who really know or have like some creative drive to them.
Yeah.
Like it can be as simple as just putting on like a one suit or going out and putting on like a tutu with leggings. Like it can get crazy or not, but like eyes and like how they interact with the camera, you know.
Yeah.
Like you know immediately. You don't even have to tell them to pose. They just start.
Yeah. Yeah, that's me and my photographer. Like we just being there having fun because it's like. But I think when you have that kind of vibe, it's just easier for both people.
Yeah.
In and out real quick. What's your favorite? Like the most funnest, weirdest shoot you've ever done? Like the craziest thing.
Craziest thing. It's a shoot on my page. We went to a laundromat.
I saw that.
Yeah, we kind of sourced that laundromat, and she did a lot of the control on that one. That's another model who knows a lot what she like, and she dresses like. Look, I also met her outside too. When I met her, she had on a really big fur coat, like some sunglasses. Her hair was shaved. She had blonde hair, so like pretty much like a fashion statement. Like she was a walking fashion statement, and we were kind of connecting, and she had hit me. She was like, I want to do a photo shoot. I was like, if we do a photo shoot, we can't do anything simple. Like just knowing what type of person you are, I don't want to do anything normal. And she was like, okay, I'm going to come up with my outfit. We're going to do this.
Y'all did that.
Yeah, she had on red. The laundromat was like a turquoise blue color. It was a lot of color and offset. I kind of made it a little bit like grainy, so it looked a little old school like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, look, it came out really well.
So, right, because you have to edit, too. Some photographers do not do their own edits.
They don't.
But you do your own edits.
I do my own edits.
So, what was the process of learning that?
Process of learning. So, I started off with my best friend, YouTube. YouTube is college, is key.
It is.
It gives a lot. Like, it really does. Like, I looked up how to set my cameras for portrait settings and stuff like that, like just like that. And then I started off on Lightroom, and they have literally tutorials of how to get dramatic, how to be soft, how you could do everything that you need to on there. So.
Dope. Yeah, I'm a big fan of YouTube learning stuff because like if you don't know, even for my kids, they like want to play sports. I tell my youngest one, just watch it, like watch the sport, and if you do, that definitely makes you better. So, what's like your biggest obstacle being a photographer? What would you say your biggest obstacle has been?
Biggest obstacle, it is probably has been deciding on new people, because sometimes people come with ulterior like motives, so they might just want me around for my camera.
Yeah.
Not for really me. They be like, "Oh, you bring your camera," and that's like it almost give every photographer the ick. Like
it does.
like it
I
does.
heard.
Like it gives us the ick. So
Yeah.
like pretty much distinguishing real and fake.
Yeah.
Definitely business or bad business a lot. Yeah.
What's considered bad business?
Bad business. Ooh. A lot of people like to collaborate, and it's nothing wrong with collaborating for sure, but sometimes people are wanting you to collaborate, and it's not really so much like it's not so much coming back on yours. Like it's not a return on you. It's more like they wanted to do it, so they want to collaborate with you to do it for free. So yeah, bad business, or a lot of people will try and take advantage of that you're around or that you're a friend. You know, I like to take pictures, so like usually I will pop my camera out. Like
So for people that like do like we would call them opportunists, right? They do just want to be around for like the benefit. What do you say like to those people? Like how do you let them down? Because sometimes it's hard for people to say no. But sometimes you gotta tell them no.
You have to tell them no. More so even just like like introducing the price in the initial conversation is what I have learned. Like a lot of people, when they come to book with me, I almost use an identical script because it's a lot of people who you'll just tell them the price and they'll never answer again. Like so, it's like a suggestive way that I speak to people. Like definitely asking them questions, because if you don't answer my question, then pretty much pretty much. look, that pretty much, but
Right.
yeah.
So what is like the good best price structure like for a new photographer? What would you say they price point should be? Because some photographers are like they up there, and rightfully so, right? Because you put the work in, we know you take the picture, it's gonna be what we need it to be. So what is the like starting price point for a new photographer getting started?
I can't say for every photographer, because pricing on photographers really matters on how much they've invested. I feel like that's how most
Yeah.
photographers do. Some photographers are definitely more pricey, but when I first started, I was doing photo shoots for $25. So like I was really just trying to get exposure, get my Instagram page up so I could have stuff to show people, because I would tell people like, oh, I have a camera. Like I didn't even say I was a photographer for a while, because a lot of people have cameras and are not photographers. But yeah, I started at like $25. Like it went to like 65. Like and gradually went as the more like I was confident with it. Yeah.
So how do you gain like confidence as a photographer? Does like a certain shoot give you that confidence, or obtaining a certain client? Like what gives you that? Yeah, I'm a photographer now. Like what gives you that?
Ooh, really, I'm halfway obsessed with myself. So I will scroll down my Instagram page and be looking at like the reels that I did, like the video that you were in and stuff like that. And it's like self-validation. I really like to see all the stuff that I have created. But getting the confidence, you just have to do it. Like you have to feel uncomfortable, because I was uncomfortable for a while. Like even telling people how to pose, or like even going up to somebody and touching their hair or something like that. But it's something that you have to get comfortable with. And look, and when you do it, click in.
Yeah, and it's there once it's there. So how do you give back like through your work?
Ooh, yeah. I do a lot. I do pretty much all of my family events too. So like nobody ever tells me to bring my camera out. So giving back in that way. I also do a little bit of like charity stuff, like doing like feeding the homeless things during the holidays and stuff like that. I can't I think it's called the Greater Chicago, the food depository. So yeah, they host a lot of stuff. Like I've been trying to do that like once a month, but that type of stuff make me feel better too.
Yeah, it does, and it make you appreciate like where you are, because you see a lot out here.
Yeah.
So being from Chicago, right, Illinois, whether it's north, south, like how has the city impacted like you as a photographer?
Oh, the city has opened up so many doors, really. Like even having all the resources and everything that we have, like we have the most beautiful city. So even to do photo shoots downtown, hotels, just on the street, it's presented a lot for sure.
So because we have like this amazing skyline, like some photographers, they're able to take like for what is it, the top of the Sears Tower, and like they're getting paid for it. So how do you market yourself to like those big companies, like big teams, like the Bears or the Bulls? Like how are you able to like get in some of those rooms and get paid for your work?
A lot of that too is gonna come off of who you know. And also what you specialize in. So like if you want to be a sports photographer, you got to go hard in that, and somebody's gonna see it. Like somebody's definitely gonna see it, and they're gonna grab you, because look, everybody can eat. Look, everybody can eat.
It's saturated, but I think it's everybody's industry, because everybody do pretty much the same thing. But you just gotta know what your niche is. So do you have like, what's your favorite team for Chicago?
My favorite team:
Bulls, Bears, Sox.
I like
you
the
North, so Cubs.
the Cubs.
Cubs. You ever like tried to do sports photography?
I haven't. I really like fashion, and like I like the one-on-one type of interactions. I did like some celebrity and stuff, but I've done sports for like I said, like my family and stuff. I've taken pictures at like high school football games and basketball games and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm not really a sportsy type of person, so I don't know. It don't turn me on too much.
I feel you. I'm just, pro Chicago, so I can care less who win or lose. Just
So
Chicago.
as long as it's Chicago, I feel it.
So how does someone because you do have to be in those rooms, right? So you've been fortunate enough to be in rooms with celebrities. How do you get there?
Oh, boy.
If you know nobody, where was a new photographer start?
As a new photographer, you're going to have to invest. Photography is, I feel like, one of the most investing jobs. I used to even try and pop up at places where I knew certain people would be there. If a promoter was promoting so and so, I would buy my ticket there and I would go with my camera. And sometimes they'll be like, no, you can't bring your camera inside. Sometimes they'll be like, okay, because the door don't really know too much. So it's a little finesse with it and stuff like that. But you got to take all of your opportunities. Don't miss anything. I think the first celebrity that I took pictures was the guy who sang she's a runner, she's a track star.
Oh, yeah.
So he was at a bowling alley though.
Oh,
So
wow.
and he was performing at the bowling alley too. So it was a party still while that was going. But even just getting that first picture, it had people and promoters reaching out to me.
So do you plan on providing any mentorship to people who are getting into photography or to help them get started?
So right now I am working on perfecting myself. I take pictures and I like the pictures that I take, but I feel like they can be better. I always feel like that. I feel like I could learn more or something else that I could do. So I am trying to perfect myself. And once I get that, then I'll definitely be able to, I'll be able to help some more.
You have a lot of people reach out to you and ask you for advice and help.
Yeah, and I don't mind that either because I don't believe in showing somebody kind of what I do is gonna make them be able to take what I have because we're not the same, our personality or anything like that. And then even what they seeing out of their own eyes, it's not going to be the same thing that I'm seeing out of my eyes. Yeah.
So how do you handle high pressure moments in photography?
Ooh, high pressure moment is definitely as soon as you said that, I thought about a wedding. At a wedding, I come out I play sports. I wear knee pads and stuff like that. I have a sweat
you ready
towel.
to slide across the floor?
I be on the floor. I be jumping in, but really, it comes a point of being nervous and then it's just straight lock in, almost like how I feel like doctors would feel like when they're about to go into surgery. It just get locked in real fast. You start doing it, not even really thinking about it.
Yeah, because wedding I could definitely see because I'm gonna be on my photography. Don't mess my wedding up. You got one job. So how important is branding and consistency to you?
Branding, brand, consistency. I've been posting every single day, almost for a year, and it shows too. I don't know if you have a business account on Instagram and it shows how many people come through your page in the last 30 days. But when I don't post, literally for one day, 30,000 people will disappear. And it's crazy. You just got to keep posting. Somebody's going to see it.
Yeah, it definitely matters. So what advice do you have to people about who don't charge their worth and knowing your worth as an artist and photographer?
Ooh, you should definitely be charging. Charge accordingly, but I feel kind of like I said, I feel like people charge on their confidence. So if you see somebody who has really, really good pictures and they're not charging too much, then it might not be as much confidence or something like that. Yeah.
So at what point did you know your worth as a photographer? I'm worth the $500 I charge.
When I was able to pretty much, I would take a shoot and look at my pictures and I know that's good. It's something that I like. Everybody likes something different, so you have to like what you see.
Yeah. So what did it take for you to learn the correct lighting, the correct postures for people? What did it take for you to really realize that? Was it just?
So I worked a few different photography jobs, and I feel like that tuned me up I used to do preschool photography first.
Oh,
So
God.
look, preschool photography. Look. A lot of people not ready for that, but shockingly,
Yes.
look. That was one of my favorites. Yeah.
Why?
Like literally seeing like the little kid come up, they'll be like all shy and stuff. You sit down and then it's like little tricks to make them laugh and
Yeah.
stuff, and they just smile, and you know that their parents is gonna get some good pictures like that.
Yeah.
Like it felt like an accomplishment because you could get like most of them to smile, and I was pretty
Yeah.
good at that.
That's good. So was that like one of your jobs before you like transitioned into being an entrepreneur? So
Yeah.
what were all your jobs? You were a preschool photographer.
Preschool photographer. I worked at JCPenney photos. So like look, photography jobs, I worked at JCPenney photos, and that one taught me a lot about posing people. And I feel like I mainly even like got that job kind of to feel comfortable posing people. And it would be like on an accelerated process. Most of my photo shoots are minimum like 45 minutes. We would be doing probably 130 photo shoots.
Dang.
All of them have to be less than 10 minutes. Like
Wow. So
it'd
they
be
was
like
timing you.
quick, fast, like that. Yeah.
So that gave you good experience then,
It
huh?
did, yeah, and that taught me a lot about lighting and setup too. Even preschool, like it was never nobody right above me, so I would have to go in there and set the backdrop up, set the lights and stuff. He taught me how to set it up, of course, but yeah,
Yeah.
like every time I do it, it's just muscle memory and
That's
stuff
good.
like that.
That's good experience. So do you prefer backdrops, outside photos, or indoor photos?
I would definitely prefer backdrop photos because those are almost like shot exactly. I don't have to do too much editing, and I don't like to over edit my pictures either. So like on a backdrop, it's pretty much like the backdrop is smooth, your skin's looking good because I'm gonna fix that. Like
Yeah.
I'm gonna fix that right in my eyes, fix your hair and stuff. But maybe just like a couple of touch ups, a little fix of the coloring.
Because I know a lot of photographers, they don't like outdoor shoots.
Yeah, outdoor shoots get tricky. It does get tricky, and it took a lot for me to learn too, because I was like strict on studio. Like I started off with a backdrop. That was one of the first things that I did was buy like 5 backdrops just to have. But working with the sun and knowing where it needs to be and where you need to have your flash outside, it's like science. It is.
Because I know, like, I tried to do a night photo shoot. They're like, it gets kind of tricky. So who was, like, the person supporting you and rooting for you growing up, like, when they seen you with a camera?
Oh, one of the people who really, really, like would pump me up every time when they saw me with a camera was my uncle, Juju. He actually passed away about like 3 years ago now. So
Sorry to hear that.
yeah, but look, he's still with us for real. Love him,
Yeah,
Uncle Juju,
for
for
sure.
real. But he'll always be like, TeeShotz. Like for my family members to call me TeeShotz, like it feels different. Like y'all have known me since I was little and stuff like
Right.
that, and y'all are respecting and seeing what I'm doing. So
That's good.
yeah, that meant a lot.
So, like, you do have some people and family members, like, that probably didn't believe in a journey, either just because it was entrepreneurship. Like, some people believe you should have, like, a 401k, go work for someone, have a real plan. But what's a real plan, right?
Very much.
So, for you to step out on faith, do your own thing, like, was their validation, like, big for you? Or you just was like, I don't care what y'all saying, I'm doing this?
I feel like most of my family was behind me because I have always been creative and I haven't been like somebody who you can put in a box so much. So I feel like photography was just like it was almost meant to be.
Well, you definitely are doing good at it. So congratulations, you landing like a lot of big things, like being at the Zeus Network, anything they do really, because like, you know, they moving out here.
Yeah, they are.
But how important is it for you to like not be kept in a box, right? Because we know what Zeus is known for. So do you ever worry about like somebody trying to put you in that box or stigmatize you to be this kind of way because you're now being seen with them?
I do feel like that, but I also feel like a lot of the stuff that I've done before, even like in the beginning, wasn't so innocent. Look, it wasn't so innocent. A lot of it was lingerie and
Yeah.
like stuff like that. So like I don't feel like I'm a innocent individual. So
Yeah.
I don't feel like that. I
That's
know
good.
I'm not. Like I feel like I'm nice, but
Yeah, I feel you.
I'm not gonna act like an angel.
I like that. Be yourself.
Yeah.
So who is one person on your list that you just dying to work with?
Oh, look, once again, Lil Uzi.
Lil
Those
Uzi.
pictures are coming.
All right, Lil Uzi.
I said it here first. I'm getting them pictures.
Them pictures are coming. Do he come to Chicago?
If he does, nobody's gonna know. He'll be secret with it.
Yeah, he really. Yeah, we got to get him. So, what does success look like for you in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, I would like to travel the world. So I already started traveling a while back, but out the country I haven't been. Like I've been to I've been to Mexico 2 times, but I don't really feel like that's out the country for real. Like it's still down the
It's
street.
out there. But
I got the stems, but I'm talking about like Asia and Europe, like the different countries, because it's beautiful stuff there too.
It
And to
is.
take my camera with me, I know I would get a lot.
so, how do you think like that is gonna transition like your style of photography? Getting out the country.
That definitely is gonna open the door for a lot of more bigger companies, because a lot of fashion designers are from over there. So just expanding myself, networking.
You're gonna have to take a model with you.
For real, take like you ready?
Let's go. I'm actually scared to go that far out the country. And I done been like Jamaica, Mexico,
Okay.
but it's like sitting on the plane for 23 hours.
Oh yeah,
Do I want to do it?
yeah.
It's
That's some
beautiful though,
preparation.
but cause I definitely want to go to Africa, be with the animals.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go.
So, what is the legacy that TeeShotz is going to leave behind?
I really want to just leave my art. I already like that a lot, because a lot of the pictures that I took are gonna be used like forever. Like that's a part of somebody's life
Yeah.
forever. Even like when I was little and I used to look through like the photo books and stuff, like my pictures are gonna be mixed in with people's stuff like that. A lot of people don't print now, but still like memories, it's still gonna be them looking back and seeing through.
That's a good way to put it though, cause I still print pictures. Like,
Ooh, I
yeah,
like
I
that.
like making photo albums. Like my son's about to graduate from high school, so I'm gonna make him one.
Mm-hmm.
But that is good because we don't have, like you said, the Polaroid prints. Like we don't have a lot of things being printed anymore because everything's so digital.
Mm-hmm.
So by that being digital, how does that affect like a photographer like yourself, or does it not really have any effect on you guys?
It definitely affects us, because that's mainly what a lot of the editing is even going to, is to see what it's gonna look like on the phone or in print. Because most of the time, everybody is gonna see it on Instagram or on the person who posts it page. So you need to make sure that it looks right on the phone. Make sure it saves right. So look, the internet is handling.
Yeah, it
And
is.
AI is handling too. Look, AI.
So as a photographer, how you feel about AI? Because I just photoshopped myself with Kayla Williams. You seen me? That's my cousin.
Man, cause AI is like is touchy. Look, it can definitely take a lot of jobs and a lot of opportunities, but it's a lot of stuff that you cannot do with AI, and like the experience is not gonna be there. So
Yeah.
it's really dependent on where it goes, for real.
Yeah.
Hopefully they don't try and take me out.
They ain't gonna take you out. So how is marketing and on social media? How is that for you? Because for me, that's my hardest thing, like being consistent on social media, because it definitely is big to brands now. You have to be active. So how hard is it for you to stay active on social media?
It is very very hard, but I try and collect like a lot of content when I do go out. So like even if it does get slow, I have something to post, or I'll be able to repost. Like definitely, I'm definitely dropping a reel every single day. Like that's just something that I am gonna do. But I record all of my photo shoots to like time lapse and stuff like that. Even just like a song that's popping right now, just dropping stuff. Look, to keep people interacting.
Yeah.
For sure.
So is there anything you want to leave the people with? Any advice?
Any advice? Keep networking. Keep getting outside. Show your personality. Talk to people who are you scared to talk to.
Yeah, get in them rooms.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And stay consistent too.
Well, congratulations on everything that you've done so far and that you're going to do in the future. I thank you for coming to sit down with me. Y'all, I sat down today with TeeShotz. If you have not seen him yet, give us your social medias.
My social media is TeeShotz with a Z _ Photography.
You got a website?
I do have a website. It's TeeShotz Photography, just like that. Instead of a S, it's a Z.
Okay, y'all. All right, thank y'all for tuning in to Learning Solution Live. I hope this interview was helpful to all the new aspiring entrepreneurs and photographers out there. And that wraps out this episode with TeeShotz Photography. And y'all, we are out. Bye.
Bye-bye.